Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? So, once again, I'm here to talk about goals. This week is all about goals. And so, one of the tips that I have for you is the whole idea of the goal is to make you grow, right? So, Bob Proctor always saying the whole idea of the goal is to make you grow. It's not really to achieve the goal, right? So, the only reason you're going to take action to reach a goal is because you're going to fall in love with the goal, right? So, fall in love of the goal, it means that you're going to commit to do whatever it takes. You're going to put your heart, your mind, your soul, everything you have towards achieving that goal. So I was talking with someone today, and we were talking about how we are sometimes motivated by negative circumstances in our life to do things that are impossible unless we are faced on those circumstances. So, because the end result is so important, getting what we want is so important that we are willing to do whatever it takes to get that result. And in the process, it was cause us to grow and change. I'll give you an example, and I don't really like this example, but I say it because it makes you think. So imagine that you have some a family member, and someone said, I'm taking your family member, and by the end of the week, you need to come up with $100,000. If you really close your eye and you leave that experience, you know that you will do whatever it takes for you to recover that person, right? So why are we going to do whatever it takes to recover that person, but we don't do whatever it takes to live the life that we want? You see, we fall in love with the idea that having this person back with us is the most important thing. So I will do whatever it takes. And most of the time, when you have a goal like this and you have a time frame and you need to reach it, you reach it. And you are like, no, it's just luck. And it's just a coincidence. But it's not. What it really is that you're attracting what you want because the end result is the most important thing. And because it's the most important thing, your mind is is focused, laser focus on a particular objective. For example, you might be, I don't know if you guys travel in your car, probably in the US you do. There's a game that I always play with my kids. It's called A to Z. And basically what it means is you need to find around when you're driving around you in cars and everything, a letter that is that a letter, or it could be a tag, or it could be a model of a car or the name of a car cannot repeat. So you got five people in the car, you have to find your own, but you have to find the first letter of the ABCs, right? And I will tell you one thing, the hardest one is Q. And the hardest one is Q because there's not many words out there that are Q unless you're going through the highway, unless you go in a restaurant, you see, well, not even Dairy Queen start with D. So you have to find the Q, and you find the Q in an infinity, and you find the Q in, I think it's another brand, but I think Infinity is the one. It's imagine your highway, and you only you need to find a Infinity QX50 for you to be able to pass from Q to the next letter, right? So, but believe it or not, you will find it. And once you find that infinity with the QX, it seems to be that they're all coming to you. So it's a good game to practice, to realize that when you want something and you desperately need to find it so you can move on in the game or you can recover what you want, if you put that desperation, there's an excitement. You're looking everywhere, right? You're looking, you said the guy, you're looking everywhere. You need to find that infinity QX because you cannot move in the game, and the game always ends in a Z. You cannot move the game until you find that Q. And so you will always find it because you are attracting it to you, but because you have a goal. So as long as you have a goal and you have that sense of urgency. So for example, there's a book that I read, I really like it. I make a summary out of this. It's from Bernard Burchard, right? So Bernard Burchard, he wrote the book High Performance Habits. And in one of the habits that is said here is raise necessity. If you don't have the necessity to achieve your goal, you will not achieve it. You have to have that, be hungry, being excited that you are going to get your goal. But if you're not excited, if you're not falling in love, if you're not, if you say like, oh, well, I would like to have $1 million, really? $1 million? What are you willing to do to get $1 million? Are you, I mean, today you're already giving your life for what you're earning. So if you're giving your life for earning 100 grand, 50 grand, 200 grand, what would you be willing to do to get $1 million? You have to fall in love of the idea that what the $1 million is going to do for you. It's going to give you security. It's important security for you. It's going to give you pay your debt. It's important to pay those debt. Is it you for you help family members? Is that important for you? What is the main reason that's going to make you to get that motivation and keep that motivation going to achieve that goal? Without being hungry, without raising that necessity, you will not get your goal. You have to, it could be simple like I want to do it, I want to get it. So Hillary, this guy that went to the Mount Everest, right? Hillary was there, and he went to Nepal for 3 years. In 1951, in 1952, in 1953, he went for 3 years. The first year couldn't make it. Second year couldn't make it. Third year, make it. Most people will try to go to the Everest, couldn't make it. People will reach it, they couldn't come back, they die. He was the first one who reached the summit and came back, right? And the people ask him, why you want to do it? I don't know, just want to do it. But he fall in love of the idea of having it. So if you don't fall in love in that idea, if you don't fall in love of your dream of why you want to do it, you're not gonna take it. You're gonna say like, nah, I'd rather just keep living my life. So fall in love. Find out why you want to do, why you're doing what you're doing. And when you find the why, everything changes because you can put any goal, $1 million, $2 million. So I'll give you an example. There's two people watching here. I'm sure more people are going to watch later. So how much you think you're worth? You today believe that you're worth your salary, $100,000, $200,000, right? How much you think you're worth? Can you get paid more? So I was talking with someone. I said, well, I'll give you a number, $5 million. Okay, you think you can make $5 million a year? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would love to make $5 million. What if I tell you that the president of Royal Caribbean made $38 million a year, the CEO, $38 million a year? I know because I look at the stock and I was reading about the company. $38 million he make a year. What's the difference between him and you? Is he more intelligent than you? He was born just like you, was raised in a family just like you. The difference is that he fall in love of an idea, and that idea make him make certain decisions that put him to become a CEO of Royal Caribbean and make $38 million a year in a salary. And your hungry was different. You took different path, different decision, and you get what you got. So what you need to change? You need to change you first believe it is possible, and then what are you willing to do to take it? The willingness is gonna be backed, but how much are you in love of the idea of having that goal? Because you need that motivation. If you don't have that motivation, it's just not gonna happen. All right, guys. I want to keep it short. So, concept, fall in love. Just whatever you do, you ride motorcycles or bicycle, you run or anything. What are you doing it? And focus on an idea, focus on the dream, focus on the end result. Always focus on the result. We all buy end results. We don't buy program coaching. We don't buy Coca-Cola. We don't buy anything. Anything that you buy, you don't really need it. You are fulfilling a desire, and that's why you're buying it, because it will fulfill you, right? You want something sweet or you want alcohol or whatever, is the feeling associated who's motivating you to be in a certain state, right? So think about that, and well, I hope so this help you in your life. And if you have any questions, you can always reach me out. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.